Hello guys,
Nick here.
and I'm Philly.
Yeah.
Welcome to this video, whatever this video is. We are going to be answering some questions. We are trying to do a reflection on our lives so we can sort of orient ourselves, think about ourselves, reflect on our past, think about our future, and where we're going. Yeah. So welcome. We're going to be answering a couple of questions. These questions are from a questionnaire that I had prepared for one of my classes. I'm an English teacher, and this is one of the questionnaires I prepared, and I titled it Thought-Provoking Questions, because some questions that really make you think. So I invited Nick to answer some of these questions with me.
Yeah, so I'm hoping after answering these questions, I'll feel more, bless you.
Thank you.
I'll feel more grounded and have a clarity of direction where I'm coming from and where I'm headed to.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, we're gonna jump right in. There are many questions, but we're not gonna answer all the questions. I think we're gonna answer some questions that are pretty interesting, that I think even for you watching, you might want to answer for yourself. You never know, what they might invoke, what they might make you want to think about.
That's right.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. The very first question is, when was the last time you tried something new? When was the last time you tried something new? Nicholas.
Something new.
Yes.
Something new. Top of my head. So I'm a student researcher, and I was trying to get people to fill up a questionnaire that I'd prepared, and it was getting difficult to get many people. So I went on my LinkedIn account and I sent a message to each and every contact that I have on LinkedIn. It's something that I don't know, because of the type of person I am, it's difficult for me to approach people. And so that I was able to one random morning, wake up and send a message to every single one of my connections. I think that felt new for me. Yeah.
And of course, for me, knowing you, I felt like it was a huge step on your part in confronting one of those shortcomings, if you want to call it. He tends to be shy, so it was a huge step. Yes, so you should be proud of yourself.
This is a new thing as well.
Yes, this is also a new thing. Recording a video, answering some questions. It's also new for the both of us. But anyway, we're excited about it anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead. So that's something new that you started.
That's
mine. That you
mine.
tried. That's yours. For me, something new that I tried. This is catching me off guard. Something new. Well, I'm not gonna say it's something new, but it's something I did before, and I just recently decided to start again. Reading. Reading. I've been very lazy, and I've procrastinated, and sometimes I'd start reading something and I don't finish it. And blah blah blah.
You mean reading novels?
Reading books. Reading books. I was not trying to go into the novel. I was not trying to go into novels because it's fantasy. I was looking more into things that can just help build me as a person. Yes, so I'm intending to go into that. And so the other day I told you I was reading the book about dream psychology. Yes, I feel like I'm committing and I'm getting far into that book. So that's something new that I'm trying, and I hope to keep this habit for the rest of the year and beyond.
Amen.
Yes. Speaking life to it.
Interesting. Amen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Okay, number two. Question number 2 is, what life lesson did you learn the hard way?
What life lesson did I learn the hard way?
Yep.
There could be very many of those. But
Life has been showing flames.
I'll just pick one random one.
Okay.
It has to do with my let me be personal here. My professional journey. In my life growing up, I was told both by my parents, teachers, the society, that you work hard in school, you finish high school, you go to university, you graduate and probably do a master's, and then you are very much valuable in the job market, and that you will probably not tarmac, you will have solved a lot of your life problems. But yeah, I did all that. I did a master's. I wasn't as valuable as they made me believe. I guess because there are just so many other educated people out there, and so the value of that education has gone down because a lot more people have it.
Yeah.
And so getting a job had been a challenge for me. And so I think it took me a lot of time to understand the inconsistency that doing well in school does not automatically mean that you'll have a comfortable life, or that you'll get a job or get it quickly. And so
even though that's generally how we were socialized.
That's how we were socialized, yeah. At least maybe our parents were doing it so that we enthusiastically go to school. But what they don't know is that it went so deep, so much so that we became very comfortable.
Yeah.
That just with my education, I'm sorted in life.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You still have to work extra hard. You still have to do some side hustles. You still have to do manual labor. So education in and of itself does not sort out your life. You still have to put yourself out there. Yeah. I went too long with that. No, you did fine. I was listening to you. Yeah. No, just to go deeper in what you were speaking about education and what it meant before, what it means to us today, and what possibly it's going to mean for people in the future. Of course, in the past, there were not a lot of educated people. So the demographic of people that have gone to university was this much. And so, of course, because there was few of the people that were educated, they could find jobs. And it really did mean, it did kind of guarantee you a job if you went to school. But then, of course, there was an influx of people who wanted to get educated and get jobs, in the corporate world and different. And I think, to be clear, this kind of education we're talking about is the advanced education.
Yes.
From college onwards.
Yes.
For the primary and secondary, I think everyone needs to have that. Yeah,
absolutely. But like studying further, getting your honors in South Africa, master's, PhD, it was something that was known to guarantee you work. Yeah, we can't say the same. So in the past, yes, definitely. In our age, so many people started getting educated, which is something good. However, unfortunately, it came with this unfortunate. It came with an expectation that people have been getting jobs. If you're educated, you're going to get a job. However, the reality and the influences of many other factors led us here, where people don't automatically get jobs just because they're educated. There's so many people educated now, so
unemployed
it's competitive. Yeah. So many unemployed graduates. It's more competitive than you realize, because now everybody has this paper from university, and it's not as valuable as it would have been in the past. And looking into the future for younger people, do you think they're going to continue in this path of pursuing academics in order for them to do well in life?
I don't think so, because right now there are so many things that have come up to replace education. For example, sports and the arts are now paying very well, and so
sports.
And so, and those are fun things to do. Education is not all that fun to do. To begin with. Most of us were forced to do it.
Yes.
And so these things that are fun for people to do are now paying. And they're now becoming a source of livelihood for them. Yeah. And so I think people would rather do that, something that they can earn a living from and have fun with it as they go. Yeah. And so education, I think, how seriously people take it, it's going to go down, because so many of us are educated, so many of us are jobless. Yeah. So people are saying, education is a path to success. It's not that it's failing, but it's disappointing people. So people will find other things to do. With the social media, there are just so many entrepreneurial opportunities that you can have. And I think people would rather do that. And so education is a path to success. And more people are questioning it, and more people will avoid that. So maybe in the future there'll be much fewer professors compared to now. I don't know. Yeah.
And a lot more business people. But of course, I think also just speaking on this, we are not really knocking education and saying, oh no, don't get educated, it's not important, because there are many other ways that education helps you. Not particularly just for your career, but also education kind of broadens your mind, because without it, you tend to just be very narrow-minded. And so the more you study, the more you become academically qualified. It exposes you to so much knowledge that you would instead not have gotten if you hadn't gotten educated. So education is still important. It's just that it may work for some people, and for some people it may not work. Yeah. So keep going, get educated, because education is going to open up your mind to realize and see the opportunities when they come.
Exactly.
So still go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
That was my life lesson, though, that I learned the hard way. How about yours?
Wow, we have spoken about your life lesson, and okay, okay, I think I actually can't think of anything right now. I can't think of anything, but okay. A life lesson that I've sort of learned the hard way is that relationships, like relationships, personal relationships, friendships, even family, just dynamics in the family, everything shifts and not everything lasts forever. There are relationships that we had with people when we were still young, growing up. The people I grew up with, just a lady I knew, I was best friends with growing up. She recently got married, and I was just like, I couldn't believe she was getting married, and I was not there at her wedding. And it touched me a little, but not as much as I imagined it would have touched me if we were still that close, like we were when we were younger. Because when we were younger, in my head, I just assumed we're going to be friends forever. And even if we're not in the same place, at least when it comes to events like each other's weddings or each other's funerals, we're most definitely going to be there. But over the years, because the last time I saw her, we're in not in primary school. The last time I was around her a lot was when we were in primary school. And then I saw her a few more times after that, but not enough. Yeah, but we just drifted apart. People drift apart, you grow, and some relationships that were really tight, they grow cold. It happens, unfortunately.
It's a sad reality of life.
Yeah.
You grow, and the space or environment that you are in shapes you.
Yes, and it makes you a different person.
It makes you a different person.
So the person they knew is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, even if you meet again, there'll just be an awkwardness where you can't relate because your interests are so
have
different.
changed. Yeah, so you guys be nice to your former best friends.
Yeah.
Life happens.
That's
Life
true,
happens,
that's true.
and sad as it may be, it's a growth that happens for everyone. Even you, when you feel that your former best friend has sort of disappointed you or whatever, even you have disappointed some of your
I have.
former best
I
friends.
probably have,
And so
like I've changed.
yeah, everyone changes. So but it's a reality that almost everyone does not want to accept.
Yeah.
Because they look at themselves as the victims.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
when
That's how we perceive the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, from our lens.
Yeah.
We look out there, and things are happening to us.
That's right.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. Just one other thing also on this. I think I saw a meme that where this lady was. Anyway, forget the meme. The point is, a lot of my friends that I grew up with, that I went to university with, have children. And so whenever we have conversations, it always goes back to, oh, my kid this, my kid that. And nothing's wrong with that, because that's what they're passionate about. That's part of their daily life, and that's what's important to them. But now for me, I'm just looking for my best friend. I'm just trying to have a conversation about the things that used to excite us before, and just other things. I don't want to talk about kids. But of course, to them, that's something that's really important. And so now our interests don't really match.
Yeah, that's right.
And it makes the relationship awkward. And then I'm like, I don't know if, I can keep putting myself in that space. And so now that's another thing that makes you kind of drift apart, because your interests are just not the same.
Because remember, friendships or relationships are supposed to serve a certain function. So if you are not getting the thrill in the current friendship as it is, if you're not getting the same thrill you had maybe 5-7 years ago, then you start feeling like this relationship is not serving you.
Yes.
And there's no point to
be in
to
it.
continue in this relationship. And so people tend to start pulling away slowly. No hard feelings. Friends, be understanding.
Yes, be understanding. People change. No hard feelings. It doesn't make you enemies. It just means now, life led you in different paths.
Exactly.
And the paths are just not crossing again. And it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. That's how we grow. And so we should not be depressed about it. Just formulate new friendships in circles where you can find things in common, somebody that you have things in common with and you can relate better with, I guess. Yes, okay. We're gonna do one last question, because we don't want this to be too long. So we're gonna do one last question. Let me see. What do you think about this one? No, 9. Or 8 or 9, between 8 and 9. 8 is, if the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? And 9 is, what's something you do differently than most people?
The number 8 might be a bit deep.
Okay, true.
So I think number 9 is a fair one.
Okay. Oh, 12. How about 12? Sorry. 12 is, would you rather lose all of your old memories or never be able to make new ones?
Yeah, that's difficult. Would you rather lose all your old memories or never be able to make new ones?
Yes. You know what? I think we should answer this one. Yeah, we're answering this one.
Well, this is a tough question, because as I am right now, my memories were the ones made when I was young and a teenager and a young adult. At the same time, as it is right now, I'm doing because I know better. I've experienced life, and to a certain extent, and I know better, and I know there are things I need to do or there are things that I wanted to do, I never got an opportunity, and so I am doing them right now. So those things will be very important 20 years to come, because now they will be memories 20 years to come.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So if the 20 years ago shaped me, those are very important memories because they shaped me.
Yeah.
Now, 20 years to come...
They are informing the things that you're doing today.
Yes. 20 years to come is a response to 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so they are equally important. They are equally important. And so I think this question is very, very same to number 8, even 40 years.
But in similar, yeah,
they're very similar.
If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live it differently?
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer. So if we are talking about today going back in time, if we're counting those as old memories, then some people have had traumas, man. Some people had traumas, and so
like heavy stuff.
Yeah. So they'd rather forget all.
They'd rather forget. Yes. And so I guess it depends. Of course, it's going to be different for everybody. For some people, it would be things they wish not to remember because they are curious about who they would be without those traumatic experiences. Like, just like how you were saying, our past experiences kind of inform who we are today. And so perhaps they are reserved, they are shy, or maybe they are out there, or whatever the case. However, it's informed by their past experiences. So without those traumatic experiences, how different would they be? I asked one of my young students this. He's like 12 years old. I asked him, which one would you prefer? If you had to choose, which one would you go for? To lose memories or to never make new ones? And he said, it's a boy, he said, I would rather lose all my memories than not be able to make new memories. And I asked him why. He shocked me with his answer. He said, because if I couldn't make new memories, life would just not be exciting. It would not be worth living. There'd be nothing to look forward to.
That's a 12-year-old boy.
12-year-old. And I was like, what?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
That is brilliant. I didn't even think about that. I mean, of course, from his perspective, he's young. He hasn't made that many memories. But it was just so profound when he said it. Because he was like, I wouldn't have anything to look forward to because then I can't even treasure any memories I make in the future. I won't even be able to treasure them. Life would not be exciting. I would feel like I have no sense of purpose or reason to live more. And I was like, wow, very profound. And I was like, I'm going to steal your answer. But I don't know. I guess it's half and half. It's half and half.
It's half and half, and it really depends on your age.
Yeah.
Because if we ask a 70-year-old woman...
the answer's pretty obvious.
Of course, they'd rather hold on to their old memories because...
There's no new memories to create.
These are people who are very sentimental at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And they just want to live in the glory of past memories.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not.
They only have so much strength to go make new memories.
It's a very interesting. It's thought-provoking, as you said. It makes you think critically about your life. What
so you would rather lose or never make it?
Well, I thought I was tactful in avoiding answering, but I've been caught.
I caught you.
Wait, can it be a situation where I am losing 20% of it and making 80%?
No.
It has to be 100%?
It has to be 100%. You got to make only one choice.
Let's make new memories.
Oh, were you inspired by the little boy's answer? That's true. I think for a lot of Christian people like ourselves, that should be the answer, isn't it? For Christian people. Wouldn't that be the answer?
Why?
I don't know, because we live on faith and hope for the future, for what's to come. More than we
But the future is the eternal life, though.
Of course, the future is eternal life. Imagine living as a Christian and you can't even cherish and have any memories of that eternal life.
No. We're talking about your life until death, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, I guess. Sorry, I was dumb. I have my dumb moments sometimes. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me just now.
But anyway, I get your point, because as Christians,
Generally, we're looking
generally,
ahead. Oh.
you're looking ahead because you are hoping for more Christian growth.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, to compared to up to the point you have come.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think from a Christian perspective, you're looking for time ahead.
Yeah, you saved me. You saved me. Okie dokie, that's it. We are at the 25-minute mark. And that's it. I think that's enough for today. If you have been listening to this up to now, thank you very much for tuning in and listening to us.
Go
and
ahead
our
and
opinions.
reflect on your own life.
Yeah, reflect on your own life. Think about these questions and answer them, and really dig deep.
Dig deep.
Okay, that's it from us. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.